in. Bam! Oh, sorry we're late, everyone.
Yeah.
We're so sorry.
Little Valentine's Day dinner, didn't we?
We did. We ordered Chinese as a special treat for Valentine's, and didn't realise that the entire city would be doing the exact same thing. So we waited bloody ages for it, didn't we?
So good.
It was very good.
So good.
Let's check we're firing. Oh, what's up, Facebook? Come on. Seriously. That's
Beginning not to
oh,
like
no,
it.
hang on.
Ooh.
Oh no, that's Where's Wharf. What's that about? What? It's not working. Where's it gone? Dude, Facebook, come on. Let's just do a little refresh. Let's check on Twitter.
Yeah, everybody.
What
did you think?
I'm on YouTube, that's good, but
On Twitter.
Facebook's looking a bit rubbish. Let's have a look.
Sort it out, Facebook. Sort it
Yeah,
out.
yeah, where's Facebook gone? It's very strange. Had a video set up. It's disappeared.
Can you go into see all? It won't be in there, will it?
No, it should be like on here. I don't know what's going on my Facebook. I reset it all today, deleted it, started it all again. I don't know where it is, so sorry about that.
Sorry,
It's
the
oh,
sense.
yes, that's what it is.
That'll
That's
be
what
our
it is.
excuse now. It's the sense.
Yes.
Messing around us.
Halcyon messing up our signal. They don't want the message out now.
That's it. That's it. They don't want our theories.
Yeah.
So who we got tonight? We got Rashid. Hi. We got
Hello.
Tim. Gary.
Hello.
The UF stem cell study. Hi.
Hello.
Nice to see you. Julian, Neil, Christoph, Joe, Tim.
Aw.
The whole gang. Happy Valentine's. Oh, glad you had a nice meal, Rashid. We had a lovely Chinese takeaway. It was very nice. No. Yes, but that's why we're late. And yeah, we couldn't miss
We're not ashamed about it.
So I put some things today. I thought we would talk about Valentine's Day as well. But let's see if we get around to it because there's so much to discuss in this episode.
So good, so good.
Best
my
episode
God.
yet.
So spoiler alerts, everyone. We will be talking about the episode Absolute Candor.
No apologies.
Yeah, so we're going to just be talking about it, and yeah. So I only watched it once. Normally I watch these episodes twice before we go live. So
And normally she has like little notes.
I have notes, but I have nothing. I'm going.
So we're going in blind, guys.
Yeah.
I've watched it twice. But
notes.
I know. I didn't want to tell you I watched it already.
Oh,
But it's very good.
You'll know it. Julian, the Sci-Fi Ball was really good, thank you. Yes, we had a lovely time there.
Yes.
We got blown away, literally, on the end of the day, didn't we?
We did.
It was very windy.
Yeah.
Rashid's called it, how cool was it to have 7 and 9 back?
I was waiting. I was like sat on the
cool.
sofa, like waiting to watch your reactions. Like,
I kind of just felt she was coming, you know. Like
it's the way that the pilot guy kept saying, "Beam him over."
Yeah.
You know, wow, he's a good pilot. Like,
yeah, you're like,
whatever.
Yeah.
yeah, that's exactly. And we
I love that she passed out though. It's just
Yeah.
really funny. You wouldn't think it. Boom, hit the deck.
I also loved the 7 and Picard know each other.
I know.
Yes.
Yeah, like
7 of 9.
That's what I'm quite liking about this series is that we know so much about Picard's life on the Enterprise. Like we know his life about 15 years while he's on the Enterprise, and actually having this bit filled in.
We've been dying to know.
Yeah. So and I love when they're doing the flashbacks, so we get to see some of those bits, like him on Vashti, the planet.
Little Elnor.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
cute.
Let's have a look. Let's bring him up. Elnor. I'm just gonna like this character. I can just tell straight away. I mean, cut off someone's head. Oops, naughty.
I know, right? The green blood.
Yeah.
I also love his accent. Like
I know.
the Romulan with an Australian
I know.
accent.
That's brilliant. Jolon True, mate. Yeah, and I love where they've kept those. They haven't made them all samey, the Romulans. And on that Romulan
They're all
planet,
very different, aren't they? Lots and different
Yeah.
Romulans.
And then sometimes, I sometimes think maybe, the Romulans. Let's have a look. I can't see any of that bit. Oh yeah, there's sort of one.
They sound like very traditional Romulans,
Yeah.
aren't they? Like almost like very sort of
So
square
really
cut.
pointed, like
See that? So you see, where's my finger? So this guy here, with the black hair. He's kind of your old school Romulan, isn't he?
He is.
And that's like, think back to like the 90s when everyone had the Rachel haircut.
Mhm.
Maybe Romulans went through a stage like that. Everyone's like,
Oh,
oh my
yeah.
god, have you seen this haircut?
Mhm.
And they all got it. And we never really saw civilians, did we? So, you know, I imagine maybe it was a more military look as well. But everyone kind of did it. And now we're starting to see people who aren't military. We are starting to see the regular civilians.
I've also realised, thinking about it, that an Australian accent is also something that appears in it before, because you have Jim Robinson in Nemesis. He's like one of the...
Jim Robinson's in...
He did, from Neighbours back in the day.
He's a nemesis.
He's a Nemesis. He's one of the senators, I swear to you.
Is it the one that falls at the beginning?
I might be, yeah, like, yes,
The one
yeah.
that falls and smashes
I
into
think
Billy
so,
Vincent?
yeah.
That was Jim Robinson.
Oh, God, he's definitely...
How
I'm
cool
sure
is
he's
that?
in Nemesis.
Dale or
yeah.
something. Dale? Is it
Yeah.
Dale Robinson?
Don't know.
I'm sure his name's Dale because he was in Space Monkey
He
as
was,
well.
yeah.
Ah, so there we go.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, so I like, so we're getting some Romulans with cool accents. How cool are Romulans?
Oh,
Romulans
John,
are
switch
out
off
right
now. Switch
Yeah,
off now, John.
yeah.
Just don't watch.
No,
Yeah.
Switch off
there
now.
will be spoilers.
Yeah, you can't
Yeah.
listen to us.
So it would not be wise.
I was watching one scene, and I'm sure, with Narek. He
Yeah.
was just sat there, he's just drinking blue liquid. I'm like, is that from Ale?
That's what I was thinking. Yeah,
Casually drinking
but
it.
so was she.
Yeah.
So was she.
Yeah, where is it?
It's probably that synth,
There it
synth
is.
stuff,
Yeah.
innit? Synthol or whatever it's called.
Yeah, there they are, knocking back.
I had to Google really quick when the boy was first on the planet. I thought it was him young,
Oh.
and then I was like, oh no, this is the introduction of Elnor.
Mhm.
But I just had to like quickly go, oh, is that him? Like, is that
Yeah.
But I just think this is going to be...
What's going on with the brother sister thing?
Oh, yeah.
Dude!
Yeah.
It's a thing right now. It's a
Dirty.
thing we're doing right now.
Brothers and
Dirty
sisters,
and
so hot right now.
Dirty and wrong.
Yeah.
I know her from somewhere. I can't think where I know her from.
Mm.
She's been in something else.
I just had this feeling that we're all being played.
Right.
I don't think, like, I think Star Trek's moved beyond the archetypes of goodies and baddies.
Oh, I
and
don't-
they're really playing on that angle.
I don't think Narek's bad. Like, I know we said,
Yeah.
like, they did the ominous music where he walked
Yeah.
through, like, a
Oh no,
green
I
lit
don't
room.
think he's bad.
I
I
don't
think
think he's
he's
bad.
possibly just a little bit. I think he's got his own agenda. He's you know he's
I think he has, but I think he's going to fall for the girl.
yes yeah.
It's Valentine's Day.
And we're all about the love.
And he's falling in love with her.
Mhm.
But yeah, I just get the feeling the same with Commodore O as well. She's being portrayed in the classic like, I'm a baddie.
Mm-hmm.
And is it that simple? And we've heard Soji being referred to as the Destroyer again today,
Mm-hmm.
or a reference to the Destroyer,
Mhm.
and indication that a more
Yeah.
Yes.
Mhm.
was very interesting.
Yes.
So yeah, we've
Someone thinks Maddox has been creating an army or
yeah,
something.
maybe.
But
No.
why do they think that? How do they even know about her existence? What's happening?
So I'm guessing there's some sort of prophecy. I like a prophecy because they said like they're choosing the cards.
Crazy Romulan lady.
Crazy lady
Yeah,
said-
crazy Romulan
I
lady.
do like a prophecy.
Wonder why all the Romulans went mad.
Yeah.
Did they say that all of the Romulans that were
On the ship.
not
That were assimilated.
Yeah.
were they the only Romulans to be assimilated? Is that?
So they said.
And they all went mad.
They all went mad.
So are those particular people, or is it Romulans?
But when they say she's the destroyer,
Of what?
Of what?
Mm.
Like, is it a?
They do
Force.
say of everything. That prophecy is annihilation of everything.
But
All
is that
life.
just in Romulan eyes though?
I kind of got the feeling they were saying everything as in
Everything.
everything
Okay.
in that little
Hmm.
talk show video. I liked the scene where she's looking through the face. You know, when she's watching the little talk show,
Oh yeah.
and like
Yeah.
you see it from the other side, so you see her face, but you see the Romulan face
Yeah.
sort of.
Now, I don't know if any of
superimposed.
you guys picked up on this. We picked up on this when Soji's walking through the cube and
It was
she's talking.
such a good tip. I did.
And she's talking to Narek, and he says something, and she just cocks her head like Data. And it was brief,
Yeah.
but it was.
I noticed that. Like when I watched it the first time, I noticed.
Have a
that.
look, guys.
Good
She
tip.
definitely does a little,
Mhm.
the little Data. So, Rashid, do you think that Narek has fallen for Soji?
Yeah. Excellent.
Christoph says Soji's romance has a weird
Oh,
feeling.
Darren Ells would like to
Mm.
again.
Oh my god!
Bless
It's
him.
taken him 11 years.
Welcome to the party.
Hi, Darren. We're not on Facebook. It's not working. What's going on with Narek and Soji then? I think he's getting played, definitely.
You think he's getting played? Oh no.
By his sister or by Soji? Or by both? I don't think Soji has any idea.
No, I don't.
Like, she genuinely believes she was on that ship,
Yeah.
and it's only when he points out to her, you weren't on the list.
But is she playing with him subconsciously? Like, she knows he has information. And
possibly now she realises.
able to retrieve information without even doing
It is kind of weird that he just walks around the artifact with no badge, nothing, no rank, nothing, and he just goes wherever the hell he wants. Like, what is with that?
And he kind of did a
It's
bit
his
annoying.
hotness.
Oh, well, there's a nice theory. Who's got the nice theory?
What if Commodore O is an android?
Ooh. This is a good one.
They're infiltrating.
Are they going to be? Is it going to be like Battlestar Galactica, who were the Cylons?
Ooh.
Then will they go? Could they go down that route?
The fundamental thing is, why did the synths attack Mars? Isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, it was
one of them,
it was possibly to stop the Romulan evacuation.
Yeah.
But why? Was it a bad thing? Was it a good thing? Were they under control of something?
What we seem to be learning as well is that there's factions of Romulans. They mentioned today a few factions.
What did they say? Something about the rebirth or something,
Yeah.
didn't they?
Oh.
Alan Dale. Dale Robinson. I knew there was a Dale in this.
Is that his name in real life? Alan Dale?
Alan Dale.
Oh, I saw
My
him
mum
in...
loved him so much.
Oh, no, I can't believe I saw him in something.
He's done a lot of little bits.
It's like a Western play, I can't remember. It was really funny. It was like the Monty Python or something like that, I don't know. But it was like...
I don't think it's as simple as Commodore O being a baddie.
No, that's what I mean.
Definitely. It's too
feeling,
easy, isn't it?
I get the feeling we're being a little bit tweed with.
I think the girl, Romulan, is definitely a baddie.
Oh, she's bad.
Oh,
She's
definitely bad.
She wants to do her brother.
But
She's
I don't
bad.
know if Commodore O, we're going to find out this season.
Oh no, maybe
That's down the
not.
line.
Maybe.
That's
they
down
can
the
figure that out.
line. Yeah.
Yeah.
What if there's two sets of androids, good androids and bad androids? What if Soji is there to destroy something and those other synths were there to destroy? Like, what if?
I reckon you've got Law and you've got Maddox.
Yeah.
They're both creating armies to fight each other.
Yeah. Oh, I like it. I like it.
Don't know.
This is written by a non-cyber. We can watch it. Ah, I haven't had you here before. So there's lots of interesting stuff. Oh, okay. Back to the Romulans. So we've got lots of different sections, little fractions of Romulans. But how cool are these Romulans?
Oh, the nuns.
Yeah.
And I love the fact that she's like, oh, you've got old Admiral. And he's like, you haven't. And she's like, oh, you have to be truthful. Like, no, seriously, you haven't aged.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not lying.
No.
You haven't aged. You still look amazing. And I'm like, no, he can't be one of us. He's a boy. He's a boy.
Boys can't be super cool ninjas. Kick-ass
Just can't be
ninja
nuns.
Yeah.
super cool.
I love that.
That is kind of cool.
And I love the fact that she still welcomed him as well.
Yeah.
Because you almost think like, oh, is this going to be... Like, you knew that he was going to get into a fight at the end. And
Yes.
you knew that
Yeah.
Eleanor was going to save him. You just knew that was going to happen.
That bit though when he takes that
Oh,
sign down.
I was going to say, that's one of my favourite scenes in it. Like,
It's just old school Picard.
It fell face down.
yeah.
It fell face down, and then when he stepped on it, it was face up. Like,
Oh,
that's not good. You want to check your
Continuity.
continuity there.
We don't like that.
Don't like that.
What if it was double-sided, Sarah?
It wasn't when it fell down. It was,
Oh,
it was
fine.
literally blank when it fell down. So that just annoys me.
Fine.
Which is funny because I was watching Inheritance yesterday with Data's mom. And there's this Data's mom has got it going on.
Sorry, I don't know why that.
No, I don't know.
I don't know why that
But she could still be out there, and I know just a continuity error, but her shoes changed when she beamed down to the planet. I don't know.
continuity errors. There should be people in charge of this.
Yeah, though I did think to myself, I thought, wouldn't it be cool? Like, she's not going to beam down at those heels. I thought, what if the transporter changes her? Oh, they've changed.
So you've written it in.
I've already,
You've written it in. That's cool.
headcanon changed it. Yeah, I thought the way Picard and Elnor's relationship was very complicated. I was surprised Picard was so frosty towards him. At the end, like that first scene where
he was very cross with him, wasn't he? Very cross with him.
Yeah, but the opening scene where he meets Elnor and he's talking
and
to
he's very loving.
and that's just such a lovely side of Picard. That's like a new Picard, and then you know it's almost like the end, how he was at the end of Nemesis. Do you remember?
After he cut the guy's head off.
Yeah, but just saying, like when how Picard was at the end of Nemesis, he had softened a bit, hadn't he? He had that kind of warmth in him, and we see
a little
that
bit of playfulness.
Yeah, and that was continued in this episode. But then he seems to have gone back in those years. He seems to have got a bit more bitter and cold again. Maybe
I think it's
guilt.
Yeah,
it's massive guilt for leaving the poor boy.
Yeah.
And I think he realises that he's only young and he has to take a firm hand with him because he's a very powerful warrior now. And, you know, particularly knowing the way Elnor must feel about him. Like he said, oh, I'm really hurt. That, you know, I thought you genuinely liked me and you left me. Did you miss me? So with that passion, if he sees Picard in danger, he has to know that he's not just going to start cutting the heads off everybody because that won't do well.
sort of treating him a bit like a pet dog. No,
yeah, it's a parental thing, isn't it? Like, you did a bad thing.
Yeah.
No more beheading.
Yes.
Unless I say so, and then it's fine. Oh, I'm just so excited about this crew. We haven't talked about the Doctor. How freaking hilarious is the Doctor?
Oh, the holographic Doctor?
No, the lady. I just can't.
Oh, Dr.
Girardi. Oh my god,
Yes.
she's hilarious.
Gold.
That whole scene where she's talking about like Burke and she's so funny.
We like Girardi. I love Girardi. I love Raffi. I love the whole crew. They just,
I've not met a character I don't like yet.
No.
I like the fact that they're all a bunch of misfits, and they almost shouldn't. They almost have no right to be out gallivanting with Picard, with maybe the exception of Girardi, who kind of knows that. I kind of get the feeling she knows that she. I love
She's very out of her depth,
awkwardness.
isn't she?
I like the way she sort of was awkward with the crew. Like, can I be in on this meeting? You know,
Am I a member of the crew?
Yeah. Yeah. So I like the way she confronts that. Okay, what's everyone saying? What's everyone talking about?
Bajoran Romulans. What's that in relation to?
Tim, can you elaborate? But has anyone been reading the new Picard book?
No, I saw that you've got it.
I've got it.
So what is it? A prequel, a sequel,
It's like a prequel.
Okay.
It's filling in a bit of backstory, a bit of character history.
So a bit more than the comics.
Yeah, and it kind of stitches together TNG and Picard.
Ooh.
So they're just kind of it very quickly stitches it together, and then so it sort of starts. You know, spoilers. If you don't want to hear anything about the book, but it sort of starts. He's on the Enterprise, so yeah, that's kind of where it begins, and then it's like how he's came to be in this new role, and what happens to the other TNG crew. What happens to the Enterprise? I think is going to feature in it. So yeah,
you actually bought a book.
I did buy a book. I felt it was so important I bought a hardback. You know, I never buy hardbacks for special books. But there's also been out of all the Star Trek books I've read, I haven't read as many as a lot of people know. Some people are really into Star Trek books. I'm kind of a bit more casual, but this has been the fastest I've got into the book, like almost straight off the bat.
Can't put it down.
Yeah. I took Hugh to soft play today for ages just so I could sit there and read, which is kind of good and awful at the same time. Yeah, so we really recommend reading that. I'll tweet out a link. I'll tweet out a link in a second.
Is it? I want to say Uma.
Yes, Una McCormack.
Yeah.
Yes, who's a brilliant author. She's read lots of Star Trek books. It's called Star Trek Picard: The Last Best Hope, and it's brilliant. So I'm gonna just get there.
I think I put it in my basket. I just haven't bought it yet.
Oh, okay.
To be fair, it's only like a little bit more for the hardcover. Kindle edition's still quite expensive.
Oh, really? I'll I'll do that out in a minute anyway. We'll carry on.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. Let's see if this works. There we go.
Yay.
Yes, the book, Jessie, is called Star Trek Picard: The Last Best Hope, and it's brilliant. I literally can't put it down. So we've sent the link out. Yes. What else was happening? Oh, so we've done the nuns. We talked about Soji. So it sounds like they're trying to go careful with her because they don't want her to activate. So Rizzo, I'm going to keep calling her that, wants her dead. What does Narek want with her? Why is he keeping her alive if it's so crucial to kill her?
I think what he says is true. I think they have what does he say? A mutual, like a thirst for knowledge, or they're equally puzzled by each other.
Okay, yeah.
I can't think what the words are that he uses, but I think he's being genuinely honest with her at that point. It's like
what he wants is the location of the rebel base.
Wait, what's it saying like that?
So there's the location of all the
the
other
other-
yes. But I don't know
Yeah.
if he's just saying that to appease his sister. I think it's more than that. I think he's genuinely intrigued by them. But we need to know what the thing is with the Romulans and the Synths. Like the Irish Romulan, who's not in this episode, who I was very sad about. She was explaining, like, you know, that it's a long held thing, isn't it? Like they don't use technology. You know, who's more sensible?
They don't use artificial intelligence.
Yeah, that's it. So it's like, you know, it's obviously a long-standing thing, but where does that come from?
Julian says, I think Narek sees Soji as a weapon to the Romulans. So that the to be used.
To weaponise stuff.
Yeah.
But against what?
Will we reach Free Cloud next episode? Christoph asks.
I don't know what this free cloud is. Is it like a gambling type thing?
What do you think?
Yeah.
Well, there were dice. And it was someone put something really funny on, I don't know, Facebook or somewhere, and it was about, could they have made Rizzo's vices any clearer? There's her vaping, there's her drinking, there's her staring at the Raffi, and the free cloud screen. So I'm assuming it's something to gambling.
Well, the
or like
Free
a
Cloud's
pleasure dome.
green was how I believe she uncovered where she thinks
Maddox
is, which was a place called Free Cloud. That's what I assume that screen was. That was her arriving at that. Yeah, we sort of both on the same page with this, aren't we? We both think it's some sort of outcast outpost, like on Discovery, where they had that town on Kronos, where excuse me, calling it Kronos like a Terran. Kronos. So I imagine it's some sort of outcast place full of debauchery and sin and hedonism. And let's go. Oh my god, we'd die instantly.
It's a bit like a dirty ricer.
Dirty ricer. I love it. Yeah.
It's dirty.
Dirty ricer. And then of course we get to the bit of the episode we're waiting for, where we see 7
spoilers!
She hasn't aged a day, has
She looks phenomenal.
Yeah, and yeah, we like saying, we can't wait to find out how she connects to Picard.
Yeah.
How do they know each other? What's she out doing? What's she doing out there?
Yeah.
Saving?
Where did she get the ship?
Yeah.
You know?
Was it the Delta Flyer?
Did you see a rumour about what she had been doing?
No.
Like a spoiler. Oh, okay, I won't say anything. I read something, like I didn't mean to read it, but I read it. And I'm like, I don't know if it's true or not, because obviously we haven't got to that point.
Yeah.
You're going to just keep that to yourself.
Yeah, no, it's cool. It sounds very authentic, like it could be what she's doing.
Exciting.
I was like, she has all Data's memory and physical strength. I was like, 7? No.
Well, she's pretty strong.
Yeah.
Yes. I'm still curious about whether we'll find out anything about Spock.
Yeah.
There's got to be something, because he was a massive part of trying to save Romulans.
Exactly. Yeah. So I really hope they do something with that.
Me too.
So just remind me, at the end of like TNG and that, the whole destruction of Romulus thing hadn't happened.
No.
That was purely from the movies.
Yes.
Yeah.
I love that they've gone with that.
Yeah.
So cool.
Me too, because you know how I felt when
Oh,
They
yes.
destroyed Vulcan.
You were like, they've got to make it right. They've got to make it right.
And then when I got over the fact that they'd destroyed Vulcan, and I'm like, well, it's not really in the same timeline. I'm like, oh, they destroyed Romulus.
Yeah,
like,
didn't you realise?
I know. So this is kind of just the Prime Universe having to just clean things up and doing an excellent job of it.
It is.
Doing an excellent job of it.
Mm-hmm.
And I really like people saying, now you can understand why Nero was so angry.
Yes. Yeah.
So the Federation did basically just abandon the rescue effort.
It sounds that way, doesn't it?
So they've got like 1 or 2 ships of Romulans. So why are they so cross with Picard? Because he
promised. He made a whole speech.
Yes, but what did he do? So the Federation stopped the rescue effort.
Mm-hmm.
And he
just went back to his vineyard and sulked. That's what they
He
think.
resigned.
He was on.
Oh.
He gave them an ultimatum.
And they took it.
And took it.
And then he went back to the vineyard with his tail between his legs.
Yeah.
And he didn't fight any further and just left.
As far as we know.
And left the Romulans on that planet with like not a lot of structure, and he promised he would come back to help that. Right, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's interesting. I've been reading this book. I'm only probably about 80 pages into it, but the talk about refugees and everything is so relevant to what we're going through on Earth today, and some of the attitudes that exist towards refugees is really interesting. In the fact that some people say, but they're Romulan, they're our enemy. Why are we using our resources to help our former enemies, or people who have been enemies to us for a long time?
Yeah.
And having to overcome that politically to say, actually, no,
it's kind of a peacekeeping thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like, we're going to help save
They
you
always
because
say,
we
like,
want peace.
well, no, I mean, like, you could let them all die, there'd be peace. It's the other way of, that's...
But that's not Picard, is it?
Yeah, it's
Picard
not,
cannot see all of those millions of people
But
destroyed.
just a little spoiler on the book, if you did, it's not nothing major, but, one of the things he says is, we got to make them feel like they have hope and meaningful jobs to go into. We can't just transport people and dump them
And that's
somewhere.
exactly what he did.
Yeah.
Kind of. I mean, I guess he thought they were going to carry on developing things, and it never happened, perhaps. And because the efforts weren't continued, things happened like segregation.
It's very dystopian, isn't it? Like a lot of future things. Like, do you remember that programme, I can't remember what it was called now, where the electricity went out?
Oh, yeah.
And it
Power
just...
out was big.
Yeah, and it was just... It's never a good thing, is it? Does that make sense? Like, you've done these people, and rather than like make a lovely peaceful life, it was a new start for them. It's all descended into chaos and fighting and power, and it never goes the other way.
Yeah, and it kind of reminds me of Germany after the Second World War. It was in absolute economic and social disarray, and the world could have just gone, well, off you go.
Yeah,
so
you made your bed.
Yeah, exactly.
You made your bed.
The world didn't. It came together and it ploughed money into it. And
learn a lesson, Federation.
Yeah, exactly.
But this is the thing, isn't it? And I think that's what he was so despondent about, is what the Federation had become. It had become quite defensive and quite...
Isola.
Yeah.
Insular?
Insular.
Yeah.
Isolated, I know.
Yeah.
No, it's Where does... and I do think it ties into Discovery, the more it's going.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
I do think... like where there's the they're like, we've been waiting for you. Like, it's almost like the Federation's like broken down or something. I do think it's just little signs. There are no accidents in Star Trek, and I think now it's kind of all under the same umbrella.
Yeah.
Except that
There'll be
falling over.
yeah. Well, that's just bad. It's bad.
But Kurtzman has said that there are things in Discovery. He says things, there have been seeds already put in. So.
That's it. That's it. It's exciting.
Make the Federation great again, Christoph. I really hope that's what you were saying.
We can wear those hats. That's fine. We can wear those ones.
So real quick, who do we want to see hook up in Picard?
Oh, the pilot's going to hook up with somebody, but I can't. I was thinking it was the Doctor until Seven arrived on the ship. I think he might.
I think it's Raffi. Him and Raffi.
Really?
Yeah. No, I was going to go with the Doctor.
No.
I think he might just, like Seven might just be a little bit frustrated, just have a little bit of a play, kick him to one side, and then he can fall in love with the Doctor.
Was it Seven say, I'm prepared to explore my sexuality. Remove your clothes.
Yeah, I think it would be something like that. I think it would just be like, she's been on her own in that ship for a while. Get a groove on.
7 and 9 and Jurati.
Ooh.
Yeah.
No, Jurati and Raffi.
Can you imagine? I quite like their sort of love-hate relationship a bit at the moment, where they are so different.
They're going to become best.
They will be BFFs.
They will be BFFs.
Yeah, I can imagine.
They will be
they
BFFs.
kind of need each other. I get the feeling Raffi can help Jurati bring her out of her shell a bit, be a bit more adventurous. Not that I don't know that she isn't already, but that would be a fun angle to take. And likewise, for her to help Raffi with her problems. Yes. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, folks, I think that's probably all we got time for tonight. Chris was asking all the great questions. What's Seven doing there? Well, hopefully we'll find out next week. Yes. Can't wait. Wishing the weeks away.
And it makes sense because there's, in the trailers for this, you see her sat in his office or his study.
Yeah,
and I'm
now we
thinking,
know.
And then there's the whole,
Yeah.
just so good.
So good. We're really enjoying it, as you can probably tell. So everyone, thank you so much for joining us. We're going to try and work out what's going on with the Facebook live stream. Naughty stuff. And we'll see you all next week. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.